Yeah, so here. So Rurikon tweeted this. I'm likely going to extend my break. The reason I need a break to begin with is because I'm getting slammed from 3 fronts, right? This is the thing that I've been feeling. Group 1 hates Wilds and claims I'm a glazer. Group 2 loves Wilds and claims I'm a doomer. Group 3 is just IRL stuff. So obviously these 2 points, right? Whenever I make any content on Monster Hunter Wilds, when I stream it, if I talk about it, if I tweet about it, anything, you get these 2 things. If I speak positively on Monster Hunter Wilds, I get nothing but negative people say I'm glazing the game. I had one person saying, of course you're being positive, you have monetary incentive to talk nice about the game. Brother does not understand how YouTube money works, because 99% of the time I make zero pretty much from doing YouTube, right? I had a very good month when Wilds came out, I'll admit. That was a very good month. But all in all, I do not make much money at all from doing YouTube, right? And on top of that, if you get more views if you rage bait and make negative content. So it's double wrong, right? But whatever, it's just dumb people. But then yeah, group 2, if you have any criticism of the game, you get people ultra defending and being annoying in that frame of view. So it's like you're not allowed to talk about the game right now. If you make a video just giving an opinion on something, for my content, I try and keep as non-biased as possible, right? I address positives, I address negatives. I may throw my personal opinion, right, in terms of my alignment, but I always caveat it by saying I understand the other perspective. Doesn't matter. If you talk about this game right now, you're just going to get cancer in the comment section, if I'm to be completely honest. And it's been really making me not want to not make Monster Hunter content for a while. Yesterday I uploaded a video on the new RuneScape game because I did not want to make a video on Wilds. I have video ideas for Wilds, but I just thought it's not worth it, because I'm just going to get the exact same comments from the exact same idiots saying the exact same things over and over and over again. But yeah, and then it's this, right? I love Monster Hunter, I'll likely never stop playing it, but this constant need for conflict needs to stop. 90% of the times I discuss difficulty in the context of replying to someone in chat. If you have a problem with that, I don't know what to tell you, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's one of the things, right? There's no discussion. It's one-sided opinions being thrown at brick walls. There's people throwing a comment being like, the game's too easy, blah, blah, blah. No one's listening, and you're not explaining your point. But then on the flip side as well, people are doing the same thing, defending the game. They're just throwing out an opinion without really having a conversation about it. It's like, oh, you're just a hater, I'm not going to listen. So, okay, well, what are we doing? Yeah, the Zoshia video had negative stuff as well. People saying, you know, oh yeah, well, it's clear people just not watching it, and they would be like, oh yeah, too bad it was an easy fight, or too bad we can't actually fight it again, stuff like that. There was a decent amount of that. But yeah. And yeah, common sense being lost on people. It's been like that. Comments have been like that. Like, I get notifications every single day on my phone from like YouTube comments, and it's from not people commenting on my video, but people replying to each other. Like, I get notifications for that. Or it's usually if I've replied to a comment and then someone else replies to a comment, I get a notification saying they replied to it because I'm in that comment chain. And it's just people arguing about the same exact things. And it's like, this has been on the cards for almost 2 months at this point. People just talking about the same stuff. And the thing is, no one wants a solution and no one cares to find a happy medium. There's no resolution that can be found. People are just throwing, they're just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing if it sticks. Like straight up. And so I haven't even been checking my comments. I haven't read a YouTube comment other than the few comments I got on yesterday's video. I haven't read any in like 2 weeks. Because again, even the positive comments of people that are happy with the game, there's nothing to respond to. It's clearly people trying to throw the alternate opinion to offset all of the negative. There's no actual discussion. Before Wilds came out, if I posted a video, I would have a comments being like, at 3 minutes 54, I like your opinion on this, but I don't know if you considered this, which could change that. I'm like, oh, cool. And then people talk about it. No, since Wilds has came out, it's just game is bad, that's it. Or game is good, that's it. There's like nothing. That's a lie. You responded to my community post comment. Okay, there's an exception. Hey, Nova sneaking in. Maybe we should have a collab video to start the discussion. Okay. I was going to make a crash out video, Nova. Kind of not talking about any particular issue off Wilds, but talking about the community. I've still got the video up though. I don't know if you've seen this video by Monster Hunter Meatman. I guess Ratatoska put out a negative video on Wilds. And Monster Hunter Meatman created a 4.5 hour response video that I'm about an hour deep into right now. And he basically commented on a bunch of stuff already that I wanted to talk about. Mainly being people kind of misremembering. You were in the video at 3 hours 55. Crazy. Oh, I got a little pop-up. When he showed that his audience also watches Ratatoska, it also had me in number 2. Me and Meatman got that same audience. Pause. It's a new event, by the way. Atmospheres. Is this new? I don't know. But yeah, it's been a lot. You and Ratatoska used to talk. He's a clip of a podcast episode we'd unlisted. Wow. I bet that made your heart skip a beat when you saw that. You're like, hold on, what did I say? I finished that thought, misremembering, and we're talking about Gen 5 revision. So basically, it's the point of people being, World was harder. World, you took more damage. World, you had this many more cards. These monsters hit harder. Stuff like that. But in that video I just showed from Monster Hunter Meatman, he objectively just showed no, it wasn't that bad. You didn't get hit that hard. These things didn't exist. People just want it to exist because it proves their current opinion. It's basically stuff along those lines. Which is, I made those points in my most recent Monster Hunter video. I talked about the same thing, how people complain this monster has no roster, but in fact, if you compare it to Title Update 1 World, we're at the exact same point in time, basically. And again, I'm not going to get into it fully, but the difficulty conversation. People talk about, you know, things hit harder. Turns out not really. Then if you think about move sets in Wilds, like monsters move sets in this game, like look at Arkveld for example. It's much more complex than like a Teostra from World. It just is. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Like there's things in this game, of course, that do make the game subconsciously feel easier, right? You've got the wound system, you've got more accurate hitboxes, weapons having more options available and ways to counter and deal with attacks, stuff like that, right? Like I'm not doubting that. But these aren't the arguments the average person makes. The average person says the monsters die too quick and the monsters don't hit hard enough. And it's just a lot of that is kind of this weird confirmation bias they've created. Yeah, and that's what I told people. Like I'd get comments or like I would make a statement like that. So I'd be like, if you booted up Monster Hunter World right now and you played through a base game, you are not going to struggle on anything. In fact, you're going to rip through that game. Same with Rise, right? And it's not a bad thing. This is the thing. It's not a bad thing that that's the case. And I don't know where this thing comes from that like it's supposed to be a Souls-like type game. I just don't get it. And like, here's my thought, right? What am I trying to say? So the thing is with Monster Hunter, right? I'm going to compare it directly to, say, Dark Souls 3. The thing is, with Dark Souls 3, the game is incredibly easy to learn how to play, right? Because like how do you roll? If you see an attack, you roll. You attack in an opening, you heal if you take damage. That's the whole format, right? It's an easy game to know how to play and to learn how to play. With that being said, the rest of the game is hard. It's easy to learn how to play, but actually executing it in combat is much more difficult, right? Because the bosses have intricate movesets. There's all these things they can do. They punish openings, stuff like that. Monster Hunter is the other way around. It's fundamentally, Monster Hunter is an easy game. At least 5th and 6th gen, right? I know prior to that is a different conversation. But it's an easy game on a foundational level. The difficulty comes from learning how to play it. Once you learn how to play Monster Hunter, it is forever an easy game. But getting to that point of learning is hard, and that is why your first Monster Hunter game will always be very difficult. But once you reach that point, you overcome that difficult hurdle of learning how to play, the game is easy. Whereas Dark Souls, as I said, it's easy to learn how to play, but it's hard to play. If that makes sense. I know I'm waffling. I'm crashing out a little bit. I'm also probably preaching to the choir, but thing is, the same things 5th gen fans were saying on Rise. Yeah, 100%. Like I wasn't really there for the original World conversations, but base Rise, I was there. It's just always that that loop and comparison, and I think people from playing the expansions, like people are playing Iceborne and Sunbreak for so long that when base game happens, people really forget that that's the starting point. They claim to remember, but I don't think they do. Like I truly don't think they do remember.